Bung. ClayMcMathComedy.com. Go to ClayMcMathComedy.com for all my tour dates, all the podcast merch. Dude, we've got so much merch on there, I can't even talk to you about it, man. We got different hats, we got jackets, we got t-shirts, we got socks. It's all there. If you share the show, in any way, if you share a link, if you tell your family about it and, video yourself doing it and send it to us. If you can prove that you've shared the show and we see it, bang, you have entered into the draw, the monthly draw, to win free Welcome to the Poddy merch. And guess what? We are even keeping record of who has won, who has been sent what each time. So if you win numerous times, you will not receive the same merch. You will get new merch. It's as easy as that. Tell a friend about the Welcome to the Poddy podcast and you can win free merch. But most of all, buy tickets to all our shows. There are tons of dates on the Clay McMath Comedy website. So go there, buy some tickets and enjoy our shows. That. Perk up and level up with Bung Coffee's delicious modern dark roast. Your favorite brewer's favorite brew. BungBungCoffee.com. Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Welcome to the Party. Welcome to the party, Bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman, because I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PI of podcasting, the Captain, the Kendrick Lamar of podcasting, and I am here today with the Rick Ross of podcasting, because I'm going to speak on behalf of both of us, but mostly me, are Drake haters. And this beef, man, it really fulfilled me.
Yeah, I'm going to start by saying that's hate. Call me Rick Ross, but...
Well, he was really the only one that responded. I guess you could have been the Metro Boomin. Oh, you are the Metro Boomin of podcasting because you're pressing the buttons. You're playing the drum.
Mate, these drums.
Yeah, you're the Metro Boomin of podcasting. Yeah, that's right. That's a good correction there.
Yeah, it's been a bit happening since I last saw you.
Yeah, man. Like, it's been so long since we recorded, let alone released an episode. We had the last episode I was in Melbourne for, so we had friend of the show Steve Coombe on, and that one came out, and since then it's been crazy. We did live golf, which was pretty sick. Saw guys like Big Phil Mickelson. We saw John Rahm. We saw Cam Smith, Ian Poulter. It was sick. It was like, I've never been to a golf event before.
Yeah, that was a good day out. I didn't really know what to expect because I missed it last year.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it in the car on the way here. It was a lot more walking than I was anticipating.
Yeah, I was actually fried when I got home, man.
Like, I walked more that day than me playing actual 18 of golf.
Yeah.
I walk a lot when I'm playing 18.
Just zigzagging up the fairway.
Oh, no, I'm just hunting the woods, man.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that was sick. It was expensive, but it was sick. I don't know. Next year, do we go for the VIP situation?
I think so. I think we do it big.
Yeah. I'll start saving.
Yeah.
So that happened. Then, unfortunately, the family dog Trixie had to get put down, so I didn't feel up to it after that. And then just gigs, just like hectic amounts of gigs, which has been sick. It's been so good to be, just on the road doing gigs. So
yeah, you had a couple this week.
Or one this week, like 4 the week before. So yeah, just been busy, man. They've all been going well. Last night, a lot of people in there. Good show. Just
Where were you at last night?
Port Elliot.
Oh, cool.
Next time we've been going down there heaps to we've done Victor Harbour twice. Now Port Elliot. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah, that's our crowd, I guess. Because we always sell tickets down there too. Like, we went to Barmera last weekend, which is like 2.5 hours north of Adelaide. Mm-hmm. And sold like 40 tickets. Yeah, whereas like down south, we've done like 2 80s and a 50.
Yeah. Are you starting to see some familiar faces in the crowd or not?
Not that I can recognise, but potentially.
Sure, seeing hundreds of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but man, the beef was crazy. So I guess the real inception of the beef started at Control in like 2010-ish, maybe 2012 or something like that. Those kind of numbers. We're talking like a decade ago. Who released Control? Who was Control first? Was that Big Sean?
That was a Big Sean song, and
then Kendrick
and Jay. Is it Jay Electronica?
Yeah,
jumped on it.
Yeah. And basically Kendrick was talking shit like I'm the best.
Yeah, to everyone.
Yeah, to everyone. Not like the big three, not just to Big Sean, not just to Drake, but just telling rappers in general, I am him.
Rappers in general, but then it was pretty pointed at like his generation, his class.
His class. And then basically Drake, in true Drake fashion, has been like subliminal dissing Kendrick for years without name dropping. Then For All the Dogs came out, his latest album with what was the song? First Person Shooter, featuring J. Cole, which is a banger, just quietly. Look, it's well documented. You can go back through almost every episode of the Welcome to the Poddy podcast, and I say something negative about Drake. I understand this. I am biased against this man. But my pride will tell you this. I didn't just hear some beef songs and then pick a side. My side was picked far before this, decades before this, before Control came out. Okay? I've never liked this dude. When he was with Trey Songz when he first started rapping, doing
Pop Rose.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Yeah. I never liked the dude. Okay. Does he have bangers? Does he have hits? Yes. Does he have songs that I do like? Yes. I don't just hate his music blindly. You know? R. Kelly's a psycho. He can fucking make a song.
He can.
Okay. Drake is just a fucking loser, but yeah, he can make a song. And I've got some songs on playlists by him that I really enjoy. First Person Shooter being one of them. And basically in First Person Shooter, they're talking about being the big three. J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Reportedly, don't know if it's a fact or not, Kendrick was reached out to be on that song and declined.
Yeah, I've heard this.
And, you know, feelings got hurt. Well, I think Drake already knew that he wasn't liked by Kendrick. And then he did this and it's a sad move, you know, like if I've got beef with a comedian or there's not even beef, but there's a comedian that I have a feeling doesn't like me, or maybe I do know it for sure, but they've never like really done anything for me to know it. And then I'm like, dude, do you want to come on the road with me? And they're like, no, cunt. That's going to sting, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, cause that's the confirmation. And that's basically what happened. And
extending the olive branch.
Yeah.
The person on the other side just snaps it.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, I like that. So First Person Shooter comes out. It's a 6 song. Drake's basically talking all this shit about how he's the best. He's the Michael Jackson of hip hop. He's the king.
Not the 3, not the 2.
Yeah. And then Metro Boomin and Future made a whole album, We Don't Trust You, which was just basically a whole diss album against Drake, which is petty and kind of gay in itself, that they've got people featuring on this shit. Anyway, Kendrick jumps on a song like that, basically saying, you're not like that. I'm the man. You're a bum. He calls him a bum. Nigga, bum. It's not big 3, nigga. It's just me. Nigga, bum. Is what he says.
Yeah, that song's a banger.
That is a banger. Then a few weeks later, Drake comes out with Push-Ups.
Yeah.
Which is it's a bit of a double entendre, I think. So he's saying drop, right? Drop, as in drop and do push-ups, but also drop a diss. Like, come on, come at me, drop.
So what I heard about the drop and give me 50, I don't know how many entendres, but one of them is to do with Kendrick splitting up with TDE.
Yep.
And giving away 50% of his splits to Top Dog.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Yep. And then Kendrick responds to that in his diss Euphoria, where he says, You know, you want to talk about splits. You were signed to a nigga that was signed to a nigga who said he was signed to that nigga.
Yeah, I love that song as well.
Yeah, that's my favorite of the whole thing. But anyway, Push-Ups was basically, it wasn't just at Kendrick. It was largely at Kendrick, but he went back at everybody. It was actually really good, I thought, the way he was able to address, you know, all these people got on 2 albums actually. We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You. Like I said, that's so gay and so like, how much is this man on your mind type of shit.
It's a lot of time in the studio.
Yeah. But like, Drake came out and went at him, and I really liked that song. Less than 24 hours later, Rick Ross has a response, Champagne Moments, which just an absolute luxurious beat. Just high class, absolute Maybach music shit. It was so good. Starts calling him white boy, starts alleging that he's had nose surgery to get a smaller nose and that he had a BBL. he got his.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually haven't heard this one. I thought I had, but
okay. It goes, man.
Okay.
It's maybe. I mean, it's hard to rank him after Kendrick came out with so much fire to put Rick Ross's up there. But when Rick Ross responded, because I was like fully on the Drake initial push-ups, I was like, whoa. Then Rick Ross came out and I was like, oh shit. The second verse of that is like an absolute banger. Then Drake's doing all his Instagram, you know, sassy shit, basically begging Kendrick to drop. He started spiraling. It looked like he was paranoid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, what I was going to say was, wait, are you leading up to the TaylorMade?
Yeah.
Freestyle? Okay.
Yeah. So he's on Instagram saying, you know, come on, drop. Like, come on. I'm not scared of you. Like, but actually it was like, to me, it looked like it was very scared. Almost like the underdog in a fight at the face-off who gets so scared that they've got to like touch the other guy and then it almost starts a fight at the face-off. That's what he kind of was doing. And then he dropped TaylorMade, which was this diss song where he used AI to do Tupac's voice and Snoop Dogg's voice, and then he did his own voice, right? And not only, like, that's disrespectful, and it was supposed to be to Kendrick, because Kendrick says that Tupac's like his muse for his whole musical career, and I don't know what his connection with Snoop is. I don't know if it's just West Coast or if there's more to it. But listening to those voices in Drake's flow made me want to fucking vomit.
I liked that song.
I hate you for that.
I just thought it was, I don't know, just so petty and hilarious.
It was funny.
And it was like, I've never heard. Has that been done before? Like someone using AI? Obviously, it hasn't been done in a rap beef before.
Not that I know of.
I thought it was creative. Like,
yeah.
Giving him points for that.
Well, it's been done because people after Push-Ups dropped, all these fake Kendrick songs were getting made. So people were using AI to like try and sound like Kendrick, and one of them sounded really real. So the guy actually came out and like said, "This is how I made it.
Okay,
I'm not part of this beef. I respect both of them." Yeah,
staying out of
trying to get the fuck out of there. So yeah, I didn't particularly like that one. And then probably another week passes and Kendrick drops Euphoria, which was an absolute banger. And there's some discourse around it because the opening, like, I don't know, 10, 12 bars is like this slow, like almost like a poem, which I liked. I liked the calmness.
Yeah.
And then he just goes in and starts just roasting this cunt. But it is still a warning shot. He doesn't go personal. He's like, because on Push-Ups, Drake actually makes a comment about the possibility of Whitney, Kendrick's fiance, sleeping with Kendrick's bodyguard. And on
Dave Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kendrick says, like, this is just a friendly fade. We can keep it that way. You know, we can keep it strictly hip hop. Or if you want to get personal, I can get personal, and I know some shit about you. This is the premise of the whole song. I felt that Drake missed a great opportunity to come back on this song because I don't know if you remember the field goal punch y'all niggas line.
No.
It's when his tempo picks up a little bit and he sounds really small. And Drake made a point of Kendrick being small, size 7. And then Kendrick says something along the lines like, fuck y'all niggas, field goal punch y'all niggas. But the sounds so little that I thought, have you ever seen these videos on Instagram of little people throwing like a shot put and then it's like an olive lands on a pizza? Have you ever seen?
I've seen this type of video.
Yeah.
Like one of like a little dude jumped in a pool, and then there's a plop sound.
Yeah, yeah,
that type
yeah.
of shit,
or like a javelin and then like a toothpick will land in someone's beard or like some shit like that. And I was just like, you want to use AI, Drake? Use it now and put Kendrick kicking a football and it's an olive landed on a pizza because the sounded so little.
Drake needs to get you on the ghostwriting.
I know.
Team,
I'm like, instead of having these ghostwriters, have them. But get some comedians in there, dude.
some ghost content creators.
Yeah, because that could have been a banger. That would have gone down in history just quietly. But again, I'm Team Kendrick, so I'm glad that didn't happen. But that could have won him the beef. So yeah, Euphoria was crazy. 3 days later, Kendrick comes out again with 616 in LA. Do you remember the content of that really?
No, dude, there's just been so much
to
consume.
And that one was Instagram only. So like I listened to it when it dropped, but I never really went back to it. So I do remember really enjoying it, but I can't even really speak on that song. Then Drake dropped.
It was just Family Matters.
Family Matters. So Family Matters came out after 616 in LA, and that was a full production. They had a music video where they basically claimed to steal Kendrick's van and drive it down the highway and crush it and shit. It wasn't even his van. They went to New Ho King and they were eating the exact meal that Kendrick rapped about in Euphoria. You know, the song banged. He brought up Dave Free again. And
woman beating allegations.
The woman beating allegations, yeah. Saying that he beat up Whitney and the Dave Free allegations. Again. And so at that point, Kendrick's like, all right, I knew you were going to do this shit. I've got this shit for you. It was an hour after Family Matters came out, he drops Meet the Grahams, which was this spooky fucking piano beat with and it was Alchemist. Alchemist had done that beat. And he drops this song where he psychoanalyzes Drake, his parents, Adonis, and this alleged 11-year-old daughter that he's not around for, which is still yet to be confirmed. Drake fans are saying that Kendrick needs proof, needs to drop the evidence. Kendrick's camp is saying, we don't want this girl to get bullied. We don't want to release her identity. They're claiming that they've got proof, but they're not dropping it. On the other hand, they're not Drake fans, Drake stans are not. They don't give a fuck about any proof of the Dave Free allegations, the Whitney allegations. So it's like
can't have it both ways.
Yeah, if one needs proof, both need proof, or no one needs proof. Do we have proof that Jay-Z was 36 in a karate class?
I don't know.
No, we don't. We don't. But it's a funny line. Yeah. But I guess that's different because it's not saying he's a pedophile.
Yeah,
it's saying you're 36 taking karate, which is.
Where do you stand on that? Do you feel like certain bars need to be backed up with proof?
I think if you're calling someone pedophile, well, the pedophile shit, there's not proof that he's done stuff, but it's weird behavior that he's like hanging out with Millie Bobby Brown and like kissing 17-year-olds on stage, and it's questionable behavior, and he's called him pedophile based on that. The daughter thing, I think there needs to be proof.
Yeah, I agree. That one needs to get proved.
Yeah, like the pedophile might be like a stretch of language, but that's the behavior that we're seeing. Mm-hmm. it looks, maybe he hasn't done anything, but it looks like you're grooming. It looks like you're aiming your music at a Justin Bieber-ish type of audience.
Yep.
You know, it looks like you want those type of people around you. And what are you, fucking 38? It's weird. Then, yeah, so that song was, I listened to that probably 5 times in a row and I had goosebumps. My hairs were standing on whatever you say. Whatever. What is it?
Standing on business.
My hairs were standing on business, bro. And yeah, man, that song had me like, whoa. Then the Heart Part 6 drops. No, hold on. Family Matters. Let's talk Family Matters first. Drake was saying, we planted this evidence, fake evidence and shit. And also, prove that. Why wasn't the video clip of you setting him up? That would be hilarious.
If it was also premeditated.
Yeah. Yeah. Why wasn't that the video that you made?
Yeah.
So I don't know. There hasn't been proof from either side. I can't speak on the 11-year-old. I kind of take that out of the beef, right? I do hate that beef now needs to be exposing some type of big secret about somebody. Back in the day, you could just, and this is just lyrics, call someone a dick riding faggot.
Yeah.
Which isn't true, as far as I know. Jay-Z isn't a homosexual. But it's a diss. You're just being disrespectful. Disrespect. That's what diss is short for.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't following the Jay and Nas beef back in the day.
Yeah.
Anywhere near as closely as this, but like it wasn't coming out with this sort of frequency, like in terms of their song releases.
They were waiting for albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was drawn out over a long period of time, whereas this has just been like thrown in our faces nonstop.
Yeah. Kendrick's got 3 songs, diss songs in the Hot 100. In the Hot 10, basically. Which is hilarious because people are like, oh, Kendrick's only up there because of Drake. And it's like, don't listen to it then. If it's so bad, if he's not good, then why is it up there?
Yeah.
He's killing him.
He's
beating him at his own game. He's got a club banger calling him a certified lover boy, certified pedophile. That is a quotable. People are going around town calling him a certified pedophile. Yeah, freak ass nigga.
It's crazy. Like a lot of the songs towards the later part of this feud have been like, I'm not going to say repetitive, but a little bit. Like they're touching on the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like back in the day, as you were saying, beef was getting released like album by album. So you had time to like sit on something, let it stew.
Yeah.
Come up with some newer sort of material.
Yeah. And like just shitting on people's music as well.
Yeah.
Like you call them names, that's part of battling, but it's not gossip. Back in the day, it was just like, I'm a better rapper than you. You're a bitch. Your last album was whack. You know, you're an F word, you're an R word, all that type of shit. That's beef. And if you had a better beat and like catchier lyrics or like doper lyrics or you went harder, like then you won. And this is just like you have to have a bigger secret to expose and then you win.
Yeah, 100%. That's how it's trending. You think it's over?
For now, I wouldn't be expecting a new song to drop anytime soon. Kendrick has, I think his album had a May release date, so.
Yeah, okay. Pretty good rollout.
Yeah. That makes me question the validity of it all. Is it premeditated like between them? But if you're Drake, you couldn't agree to this.
No, it all got too personal.
Yeah. So good timing though for Kendrick. And I liked the weight between Push-Ups and Euphoria. I liked that he made people sit on it. No home loans. And then he just like in 1 week hit us with 4 just absolute smackers.
Yeah, because after Push-Ups, I don't know. I was never team anyone, but I was just thinking like, maybe Kendrick isn't going to come back from this.
Yeah, right. So what in your opinion, who won?
Kendrick.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Yeah, because just too many bangers.
Too many bangers. Like I said, not like us. Is crazy. And dude, I forgot the inception of the beef. I was talking about Control earlier. After Control, Drake went in for an interview at ESPN, but not like a sports show, but the show was from within ESPN, and they always shot it live. And for this episode, they recorded it, and he talked a bunch of shit about Kendrick, and then basically said, "If you release this shit, I'm not hosting the ESPYs." But the host of the show was cool with Kendrick and basically went and told on him and was like, Drake just talked all this shit about you. And so that fueled the hatred. So Kendrick's just been sitting on this hate for literally a decade to come out with this shit.
Yeah. Just thinking about it now, I feel like we've kind of glossed over J. Cole's part in this beef. I want to hear your take on this.
So J. Cole released an album in between Like That and Push-Ups called Might Delete Later, because he had a song called 7 Minute Drill.
That went for 3 minutes?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like a 4-minute song at max, I reckon.
But then he deleted it. But it was like a diss at Kendrick, saying like you made one classic and your last shit was tragic, and then he went out to I don't know, whatever his festival is called. Dreamfest. And apologized and pulled himself out of the beef, which was originally, I was just like, wow,
Dude, I nearly didn't talk for like 2 days because I'm a J. Cole fan and I was just so disappointed.
If you think you're that good, if you think you're the guy, which in every song basically over your whole career you've been saying you're the guy, you're the best, and you pull yourself out of a beef, I was like, you're not valid. Like, we cannot take you serious from now on. Now, apparently Schoolboy Q had talked to him and told him, you do not want any parts of this. It's going to get ugly, which is a good friend.
Yeah, that is great advice.
Yeah. Not that I can see J. Cole having any skeletons though. So like, how bad could it have got for him?
Yeah.
However, Kendrick, not only is he powerful in terms of like being at the top of the industry, he's got goons. I feel like if he wanted information, he could get it. And also the racial stuff, the light skin stuff that he did to Drake, he could have. J. Cole is different in that he actually does stand up for stuff, whereas Drake picks and chooses when he wants to be black, which type of black he wants to be, which culture he's going to steal from next, what sound the next album's going to be, and who he's not going to credit for it.
Which part of the world he's from.
Yeah.
All these different accent flips.
And that's where like a lot of people are getting it wrong. People are calling it colorism because they're not understanding. They're not mad at him for being mixed. People are like, oh, Kendrick's wife mixed. Why is he even saying that? It's not about him being mixed. It's about him stealing from the culture and never giving back to it. Tell me a time where Drake said Black Lives Matter.
I got nothing.
He talks about that picture of him in blackface being like, oh, that was art. That was about the integrity of the industry and how hard it is for black men to get roles.
Righto.
Any self-respecting black man, just one, wouldn't have done that. And two, if you're so passionate about the difficulties that black men go through, where's this when George Floyd dies? Where's this when any of this shit happens? Where are you at the marches? Nowhere to be seen, man. Off fucking touring and singing to 17-year-old girls, man. That's why people don't fuck with you.
Yeah. That's why you're not like them.
Yeah. White boy. Might be time to get into some Clay's reviews. Thirst Trap, a blockbuster quench for your thirst.
Comedy, action, or horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes. This segment is Clay's Reviews.
We got two for the people today. First one's going to be real quick. What Jennifer Did. It's a documentary. Not a lot of substance to it. The subject matter was interesting. I love a true crime, but it was very basic in terms of the way it was shot, the footage that they had. You can't be heaps creative with a documentary. So it was whatever. And there wasn't a mystery to it. I kind of like a documentary, even though it's true, for me to not know what happened until like late in the piece. But I just knew from the start, from the title.
The title, Jennifer had something to do with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't on the edge of my seat. I knew she was grimy from the beginning. Everyone she was involved with, the ex-boyfriend, I was just like, well, they've got something to do with it. They've got something to do with it. There was just, there wasn't much like, you can still make a documentary and narrative, and I didn't think they did that. Hectic story, still, I still was sitting there. I was talking to the TV. I was like, bitch, are you stupid, man? Are you fucking stupid? Sending these text messages. The amount of phone calls when she was like in the stalking phase.
Yeah.
Like you're being clocked right now. Everything you do, people talk about like, oh, you want to use a digital ID and your face is just going to be everywhere. Do you have a driver's license? They know you. Everything you do, they can pick up. Every phone call I make, the text you sent me this morning, I'm on my way. They know where you're going now. If they're looking for you. If both of your parents had been attacked on the same night, then they would be looking for you. Yeah. And they would know exactly where you're coming this morning.
When did that go down? I didn't pick up like what year that all happened. Was that?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
A while ago?
I think so.
Didn't feel that recent based on like the footage.
Yeah, find that out. But it appeared the way that they were editing it that it was like iPhones.
2010.
Yeah, so for sure iPhones.
Yeah.
In this like super safe suburb in Canada. Like people like couldn't believe it. But yeah, she was flustered. She didn't think it through. She was first interview with the police. I'm not trained in it. I was like, she did that shit.
Yeah, just when they got her to like recreate the scene where she had her hands tied and had to make the phone call, that was just all so sus.
That was the cop saying, I don't believe you.
Yeah. We don't trust you.
Yeah. We don't trust you. We still don't trust you. Shout out to Boomin and Future. Young Pluto. Yeah, anyway, I won't get into too much of that. What did you give it?
Oh, man. That was a pretty rough watch, I'm not going to lie. We met our housemate watching on her birthday, so I got to like apologise again for that. But I think that was a 4.
Okay, you gave it a 4. I gave it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Thirst Trap. That's good, sparkling Australian spring water. And then this one's kind of like viral, or it was when we watched it. I haven't heard much of it lately, but Baby Reindeer on Netflix. It's a docudrama. Like it's true, but it's not a documentary. It's based on true events. I don't know how exactly everything went down. Basically, the story is this aspiring comedian / bartender. By the way, I didn't know this when I watched it. Serves this woman at the bar, and she just becomes infatuated with him and starts stalking him, essentially. And his reaction at one point to her, because she can read him for some reason in the show, and she's like, "What happened to you? Like, who did something to you? It was a guy, wasn't it?"
Yeah,
she gets it, and then we have to go back into his trauma, which is sort of like the Harvey Weinstein-esque stuff, like a person in a position of power basically forcing people to do sexual stuff for positions or parts or roles or whatever. And he got into a situation like that, which is devastating, man. I can't believe it, because some people are so desperate for their dream, man, that they'll do it. Hey, let me tell you this. I'm talking to like, I don't know. I'm talking to people, producers, managers, venue owners and stuff, all of which have a position of power over me because I'm trying to get somewhere with comedy. If any of them try to fuck me, bro, I'm out. I love comedy, but not that much, you know? But yeah, this dude. Yeah.
And if they do manage to succeed, I guess I presume you're not going to go back for a second time.
Yeah. So this dude was going back for months.
Yeah.
And I guess it was drug fueled. So he was going in there and doing drugs with the dude. I don't even know if it was for creative purposes. Is that what he was selling him on it? Or was it just like, come over, let's do some drugs and we'll write together? Or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was for creative purposes. They weren't getting much done.
Yeah, he just kept going back. And then like the most toxic thing for me, I don't want to give away the whole story, but he goes back to like address his abuser later. And he says like, why did you do that? I can't remember what he said, but the guy basically doesn't want to get in trouble. And he's like, I've still got a spot for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Like after everything you've done, just apologize, man. Oh, at least.
Yeah, but then you're guilty once you apologize, you're guilty.
Yeah, he was crazy. But the acting in this, I thought was like I believed them all. I believed that fat lady was a full-on stalker. I believed the guy was like a pathetic comedian, just like with big dreams, would do anything to get where he wants to get. You know, motherfucker's living in his ex-girlfriend's mum's house.
Yeah, that's a pretty low point, isn't it?
Can you imagine?
Nah, that'd suck.
Oh,
no matter how well you got along with him, it's just a weird dynamic.
Yeah, like free rent's pretty dope, but also I'm a pay rent somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that. It's not like he didn't have a job. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was pretty dark, man, but I think I just liked the cliffhangers at the end of every episode. Like I had to watch the next one.
Did you watch it all in one sitting or split it up over a couple nights?
I think the night we got home from Live,
mm-hmm.
we watched one episode. I fell asleep halfway through the first one. Like I was fucked after Live.
Yeah, it's a big day.
And then the next day, the Sunday, we watched like the next 7 episodes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I watched it all in one night.
Wow. So what's that, 4 hours or
It
something?
was like a Wednesday. I thought we were going to pod on Thursday. So I was like,
yeah.
Shit, let me watch this.
Okay.
And yeah, started it and just couldn't stop watching it. It was like a car crash.
Yeah. It was like, it was dark and it was...
I didn't enjoy it, but I needed to know what happened.
Yeah.
I was just in the story.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, this is a good point to kind of talk about. As much as he believed he didn't want to be stalked, or maybe he thought he didn't want to be stalked, he wouldn't go to the police. He wouldn't tell the police the truth when he finally went about what's going on because he kind of liked the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He had so many chances to like just quash whatever was happening. And
yeah. And it's like, it could be like, this is someone who, it could be because of the trauma. Like this is someone who just likes me for me. They're not trying to grape me. They're not lying to me to get something out of me. This person just likes me for me. It could be, I want to be a comedian so bad. It's kind of cool to have a stalker. Like now I feel like I'm a bit of a celebrity, or, you know, it could be some childhood trauma. It sounded like his dad, like before his dad came out with his truth, it seemed like his dad was kind of distant to him. Like it could have been any type of shit.
Yeah, he definitely got that vibe from
his
dad.
But it was like this perfect recipe, his circumstances, for him to like kind of want to be in that situation, which made it hard to get out of. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah. It's not like a banger. It's not a top 10er. I'll never watch it again. What do you give it?
I gave it an 8.
8? Okay, yeah. I gave it 7.5.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it again, but I'd recommend people to give it a go.
This was a month ago. I can't remember my snacks. I didn't write them down. But for our next one, I think the next one will be your pick. Okay. Make sure we got some snacks sorted. But I would definitely recommend Thirst Trap spring water, man. Like if you're you got some salty snacks and you're having your popcorn, you have some chips, maybe some chocolate. Oh, sweet mouth. Oh, my mouth's kind of tingling from all this sweetness and saltiness. Wash that shit down with a thirst trap, baby. It's perfectly carbonated. It almost feels flavored. It's so carbonated. It feels so good going down my gullet. No home loans. And yeah. Remember, claimingmathcomedy.com. Check out all my tour dates. Check out all our merch. Tell a friend to enter the draw to win free merch. We love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. And as always, bung bung.